Yes, sir. Let's go, chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, that sounds good. All right.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Let's go, chat. Give it up for yourselves. Appreciate y'all for tapping in today, man. Let me know if y'all can hear your boy good, man. We should be. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now we good. Now we good and full. How's everybody doing today? It's your boy, Coach Smook, celebrating 35 years on this earth, man. Thank y'all for tapping in, man. Everybody that showed your boy some love, wish me happy birthday on everything, man. I appreciate it, man. But today, it's not a day for me. I'm still working, man. So y'all hear the beat when the beat change up. Shout out to the gang, man. Dooley Gang, the fam. My brother Show, Dooley. Shout out to Rico, everybody that's been providing all the hype this past year, man. Listen, I'm telling you, these beats, man, we got some more energy coming. We got some more stuff being pushed out. Hopefully we'll have it out in July. A lot of things coming from the Coach Smook Network. Got a huge announcement that I'm going to be making here at the end of this week. I wanted to make it today, but I'm going to make sure I got everything lined up. We got some content plans that's planned out for June. Got some things planned out for half the month of July. And then the kickoff of the season is going to be crazy. So, and y'all, if y'all are looking at the backdrop, yes, we adjusted. So, got a few connectivity issues. So if we're lagging today, let me know. We're gonna try another setup. We're back in the other room. So now we got all the space that we need for the summer movement and moving around. So we got it set up, got everything running for the main PC. Got to see what's going on with our secondary. But other than that, man, I think we good tonight, man. I hope y'all are feeling good today. Not tonight, but today. And I hope y'all are excited, just like I am, to talk a little bit of college football, not just Alabama football. I know I'm the Alabama guy, but I really want to have some conversations about the SEC. I think the SEC is pretty wide open right now, without with maybe 3 teams that are set apart. But other than those 3 teams, I think you got maybe 4 through 11, 4 through 12 that I think could be a lot of hit or miss games. So I'm excited to get into that conversation. And again, appreciate everybody for tapping in with the birthday wishes. Again, Jason Jackson, appreciate you, bro. My guy Sully, what's good, man? Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Y'all really the real ones, man. Been having a lot of people pull up. Saw your boy Love throughout some of the other platforms. We was on TikTok earlier doing the last bit of our first workout at age 35. And yes, I tried to beat myself up as much as possible, but yeah, I'm excited, man. Christian, what's good, man? Welcome in. He said LSU, man, too talented to dominate. I don't know, man. I got a take on LSU, and I think I'm a really open some eyes and really create a conversation about how much hype is around the LSU roster, because they have just as many questions as I believe as Alabama, and we saw what Alabama did to that team last year with an inconsistent offense, and the defensive play calling for Kane Womack was immaculate that game too. So we'll dive into that conversation. We'll get into that and discuss more SEC ball. What's up, Zach? Appreciate you for the birthday wishes, man. Thank you, brother. My brother Zach, man. Mary J, appreciate you for everything that you do. I was gonna see if you could jump on, but I'm good. We're keeping it very simple today. And my brother Big Homie always holding it down over there on the TikTok side for us over here, AAA family. If I don't if Jordan and Zach are not in that chat, I know for a fact my brother Big Homie gonna be in there. My brother Jason Jack said, dang, Smook, I thought you came out of high school in 07. No, I came out in 08. I graduated 08, man. So yeah, big 3-5 for your boy, big 3-5. We celebrating today, man. I'm glad, I'm grateful. Just happy to be here, man. I got to spend some time with a friend that I've had we've been friends for 25 years, me and Jabray, man. And I love her. Like, that's one of the friends, you have those friends, man, that, you truly love. Like, I truly love that young lady, man. She's really a solid friend. Been there for me through thick and thin since we were kids, man. And she took us out to dinner yesterday. Got some Olive Garden, man, after church. My church family up here, shout out Revelation Baptist Church, man. I know some of their members said that they were going to tune in to the show today. So if you watching this post live, thank you for your birthday wishes. We're celebrating today. And I'm just grateful to God. Shout out to my family. Last but not least, shout out to my sister, the only one that actually called me, which is crazy, right? My sister, Kiwana. But I know for a fact that I'll be hearing from my parents sometime today. I saw my mom's Facebook post, like she always does, tags 99 people. Anybody else got those parents that got they little Facebook fix or they social media fix? Now they think they know what they doing, and every post they got to tag 99 people. Facebook only gonna stop you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So like, I got to talk to mom about that, tagging me in all them posts, man. I go to Facebook, I see more posts from her on my page than from me, because, like, for real, man, it's getting bad. I need help. Somebody pray for me. At 35, mama tagged me in everything, y'all. But you know what? I pick about it, but I don't mind it. That's something that I cherish, man. If she tagging me in a post, that means she's still around, and I'm grateful to have that, to still have my mother around. As you all know, man, Saturday was a rough day for me. That was the 20th year of my grandmother's passing. and that was a rough day. And I don't know, did I end up doing a live? I can't remember. It was all a blur for me for the most part, but I got through this weekend real strong. Appreciate some of you all in the chat, like a lot of you on the chat, just checking in. The support, it was there, man. And a lot of you all know my story. If you following the Smook Hines YouTube page, make sure you go follow my other YouTube channels, y'all. Smook Hines and Coach Smook Gaming. But that Smook Hines channel, y'all really gonna get to see the behind the scenes of what this journey has consisted of since my arrival, my departure from Virginia up until my arrival up in Tuscaloosa. It's some scene, man. It's gonna be some clips and stuff that I share and things that I react to that y'all gonna be like, hey, no way. And then ironically, I was watching some stuff last night, and just some clips from, you know, when we had a bigger crew, you know, a louder crew, not a bigger crew, but a louder group of people here. And some of the things that was being talked about and being said, and, you know, all of the support this and support that, like the way that things change. That's why I encourage everyone to stay focused on your mission, stay focused on your destiny, stay focused on your journey. Because if you let it start to waver because of how people are treating it and not by what you're supposed to be treating it like, then you'll always fall off. You'll always fall off. And I'm grateful for the solid supporters, the solid people in my circle right now. I'm grateful for everybody that's really for Coach Smook Network and really for the vision and what we stand for. And anything else outside of that, you know, we're more than prepared to just continue to grow, man. We're just continuing to grow. You know, they try to say we're negative. We're not negative. We just don't like nonsense. We don't like BS. We don't like lack of quality, you know, and that's fine. That's fine. And that's what we're going to keep doing, y'all. That's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep grinding, keep pushing. We're going to keep talking about the good news, the truth, speaking the truth when it comes to covering the sports entertainment industry. That's what Coach Smook doing. He's trying to change it around. Chat. Shout out to Mary J for being a member for 12 months and a few days. Shout out Mary J, man. Look, Mary J been around, man. As a matter of fact, Mary J picture is over here. Y'all can't see it, but Mary J is on this banner right here. Ain't no paint, and she actually signed on her name. So that's solid. She was at the first tailgate hosted by the Coach Smook Network, and then y'all see Zach right here. I don't know if y'all can see him. It might be a little glare on his face. There goes Zach. Mom, Dad, my sister. There go Brett up there. I think that's Sean. I'm not sure. That's not old buddy. That's not Snake dude. I don't think. There go D Wade. You got Jason behind the t-shirt. Y'all know Coach Carr, her pretty self. And then that's old Cindy. Old Cindy Middleton. She still checks in. A lot of people thought she was part of that. Nah, that's a solid lady right there. Really believes in the vision. And I thank God for the praying members in this community, man. Y'all just don't know, bruh. I'm taking my time getting into the segment. We take the first 15 minutes to kind of just let everybody get in here. I didn't plan this live, so just giving everybody a little bit of time to get in. So closing out this little opening segue or whatever, and getting ready to jump into the conversation. Everybody that's part of this community that's got a strong foundational faith, you know, whether it's Christianity, whatever it is, if you have a spirituality about yourself and you truly like push positivity and, you know, really believe in bettering yourself, for not just yourself, for the people around you and impacting people, even if it's just a simple prayer. People that put forth that good energy. I don't believe in karma, but people that put forth good energy and positive vibes, I really appreciate those type of people, because even when you have differences, you can understand that person is not doing that out of malice. It's just a difference, you know? And that's what people misconstrue about me. Just because we have a difference don't mean, you know, I'm wishing evil on you or something like that. Or just because I dislike something about something that you did doesn't mean I'm wishing evil on you. That's just my taste. I don't like it, you know? So I really appreciate the praying members of this channel, of this community, that really see the spiritual attacks that we come under. Not just me, but us as a community that we come under. And we have to battle through these things as a family. Even when you know, there's misconception or there's faulty people amongst you. You got to just rely on the faith in God and continue to trust in Him and the way He guides you, so that you're surrounded by the right people. And I can truly say right now, on May 19, 2025, at 11:50 a.m., I feel like I'm surrounded by a solid group of people when it comes to the AAA family, when it comes to the Coach Smook Network, when it comes to the network connections that I've made with, these high schools, the University of Alabama, and all of the people that continue to help me gradually, build that rapport with the university. Shout out to all of the universities that have given me an opportunity. We have a lineup this summer, man. And I promise you, man, the campuses, it may not be Oregon, it may not be USC this year, but we're going to just share and shed the light and show these young men that opportunity there. Nice facilities are everywhere now. There are a lot of nice facilities. There are a lot of nice campuses. It's gradual ways and more progressive ways to grow in this sport and really attain your ultimate dream, and that's playing at the next level and furthering yourself as a young athlete. And that's what the Coach Smook Network is going to spearhead and continue to push. So I appreciate y'all for being here. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up, man. I see y'all can't wait until you do a campus with on campus with Coach Smook. We have that lined up. Myself, I don't know if y'all remember Show. Y'all remember my brother Show, the cameraman. We already locked in. We talked about this, I want to say 2 days ago. We're not missing a week this year. We have it set up to where bare minimum is going to be me and him, but we have a team of people that are supposed to be, getting on board and being up there every week, whether it's home or away. We're making that visit to Tuscaloosa every Thursday or Friday. We'll be up there making those predictions. So that's how we're going to use our legwork to Okay, are we back? Are we back, chat? I think we back. I told y'all we might have 1 or 2 drops during the live stream. Don't trip though. We'll be all right. But yeah, I was just thanking everybody for their support. The On Campus with Coach Smook is going to be huge. I can't wait for it to get started, for everything to get linked up with it. I think Coach D said the guys had a couple of weeks off before they had to be back at the golf thing last week of June. Yeah, and then but that's the first week of that's not the first week of fall camp. First week of fall camp is actually in August. First week of August, I believe, was the date. August 4th, I believe. August 4th is the first week of fall camp. So they'll be back July 31st-ish, right? August 2nd is when they come back for fall camp. And then is when I think they got to be back. Or it might be that August 1st, that Friday. And then we start fall camp, I believe, that following Tuesday on the 5th. And that'll be your 3 weeks going into the first week, August 30th, with our kickoff against Florida State. So that's a little update of what everything that's going on here at the Coach Smook Network. Hopefully everybody's settled in. Let's get into the conversation. I've done enough talking. Let's talk some college football. Let's get into the conversation here on the Coach Smook Network. Sit back, relax. Let's enjoy the show. Somebody put it in the chat. Say, put me in the game, coach. Let's do it.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
So let's go. Let's get into it, man. So I want to jump into the conversation today. Who wins the SEC? Let's jump into it. I don't have any segue into it. I was trying to think of a cool intro like my guy Josh Pate does, and what's my other guy, QB Country. Those two, man, I've been watching them a lot lately. I'm not gonna lie. They really done spiced up their delivery, man. I'm telling you, I've been preaching this before we get into this conversation. You're either going to evolve or you're going to dissolve. And it's a lot of platforms that I'm seeing starting to evolve. And I am grateful. I know for a fact the voice of Coach Smook Network was heard when we was making a lot of these claims during the season last year, when we was going against the grain and doing a lot of things content-wise. Y'all going to be surprised at some of the collabs that come across the table, come across the network this upcoming season. A lot of prestigious and a lot of those platforms that I was, verbally attacking or basically trying to call them out to change and keep up with the times because I relied on them for a while. They're starting to change. So I've been paying attention to a lot of people. I'm excited to see the change in the coverage of Alabama football, Alabama sports. And I feel like you ain't got to give me my credit. I feel like I had a great impact. A lot of people called it drama. I think people woke up and saw entertainment value at face value. And they also saw the information that was coming from it. So let's continue to grow, continue to share, continue to like on the YouTube channel, continue to react on Facebook, and continue to retweet on Twitter. All right. Now, who wins the SEC? Let's talk about it. Let's start with the returning. We everybody loves to talk about the SEC reigning champs, right? Georgia, but also you got loudmouth Texas, right? Do we see another return of Georgia and Texas in the SEC championship? Texas making a statement, coming in year one in their inaugural season, a part of the SEC, right? Coming in, making a statement, getting to the SEC championship. I think they only lost one conference game in the season. Go to the playoffs. You see they make a nice push in the playoffs. No, they got beat by Arizona State, didn't it? Didn't Texas get beat by Arizona State? But you see what happened with Texas. Georgia wins the SEC. We're talking SEC ball. Who wins the SEC? In my opinion, where does Georgia sit? I think Georgia has just as many questions on the defensive side as most teams in the middle tier. Y'all remember we did a few episodes a few lives ago. We did a tier chart of where we would classify these SEC teams. And I think Georgia right now is sitting right there in the second tier. I think Georgia's sitting right there in the second tier in the SEC. I don't think they're dominant. I don't think they're the number one team. I don't think they're the team to beat. Yes, you're the reigning champs. We're not going to take that from you. But I think your quarterback situation, Gunnar Stockton has a lot to prove. I liked what he did in the SEC championship against Texas. I like what he did. But can he sustain that when people have film on him? I think people get so hyped when the second quarterback, QB2 comes in and has great success over like a 3 or 4 game span. I think we get too hype about it. I don't think we credit it enough that there are tendencies that a coordinator or a staff couldn't prepare for a first-year guy or a QB2, right? And shout out to my girl Megan, my sister, man, for the $4.99 super chat, becoming the first co-sponsor on today's stream. And becoming the first co-sponsor on the stream in a while, man. The first super chat we done had in a long time. And I'm not saying that for like, begging purposes. I'm just saying it because I haven't had to say shout out for the super chats. It's been a while. It was funny when seeing it because we've been seeing the memberships, and that's what we've been focused on, getting the subscribers over here. So I appreciate you, Megan, for spearheading being the first super chat on today's stream. Thank you for your support, and I appreciate the birthday wishes. And for everybody else that's wanting to support, remember that super chatting is a great way to support, but we also have direct dono, especially today because it's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Show your boy some love if you want to. But we got direct dono, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. And then also we have charitable giving opportunities supporting Wounded Warriors of Alabama and also Autism Speaks, autism awareness. We have Autism Speaks here in Alabama that I support. We do a donation monthly. Sometimes it's, however much, and then sometimes it's a little much, but we do a percentage of whatever we make every month. So I'm very serious about supporting autism awareness, man. We have a lot of autistic individuals that's a part of this community that you probably don't even know about. And I'm honored to be a safe space for those individuals, yes, individuals, plural. We have multiple people who have been diagnosed with autism. And I appreciate them and what they do and how they contribute to this community and their willingness to continue to just be open and accept my personality and be comfortable with my personality as a sports entertainment talent. So thank you, Megan. Now, back to the conversation. We talked about Georgia, Gunner, Stockton having to prove a point, but also that receiving core going to need to find some more weapons, right? Going to need to replace some weapons that they really didn't establish last year. It was kind of core by committee, right? Production by committee. Carson Beck, as much as I don't think he's a good quarterback, a great quarterback. I think he did enough in Mike Bobo's system to really make it effective. Georgia's offense was really effective last year. They had a very sustainable offense. They weren't inconsistent. They were who they were. If you were able to outlast who they were, then you outlast them. And it didn't happen very much. So Kirby Smart, Mike Bobo, they have a consistent product. Is it getting phased out, in my opinion? Yes. Yes. But I think they are still in a good position. Now, look at the defensive side. Kirby Smart is always going to field a solid defense, mainly in that front. Who are the new faces that we're going to find on that Georgia defensive front? Shout out to my guy, Jackson Johnson, coming in, showing love, man. Appreciate the birthday wishes, man. Who are the guys that are going to step on that D-line? Georgia keeps talent in the defensive front. They lost a lot of guys in the linebacker room, some key guys in the linebacker room, and I think 1 or 2 guys in the secondary. Georgia is going to have talent on the defensive side. Can they get those guys rolling early in the season? I don't have their schedule up, but I think Georgia has like a big out of conference game week 3 of the season. Let me see. Let's see. Can I pull there? I think Georgia has Ole Miss. They go to Ole Miss. Do they go to Ole Miss? I think they go to Ole Miss. Let me pull their schedule up, chat, real quick, so we can kind of talk about this. I really think Georgia has more questions on the offensive side than they do defensively. I'm just confident in Kirby Smart and that staff. You know, the secondary always has problems when they don't have a solid front. And I know Kirby, with a young quarterback, his focal point is going to be developing his front 6, his front 7, getting the trenches locked down so that his secondary can develop and the quarterback on the other side and the offense can continue to progress, because they're confident in their run game. They got running backs. They don't have big names that just pop off, right? But I think they have a solid group of running backs. Georgia, I don't think they return to the SEC, but I think they're one of the competitors, one of the top contenders in the SEC, coming in at, like, I think I have them finishing the season ranked number 4 in the SEC, number 5. Now let's talk about Texas. My primary concern for Texas right now, not enough assets available, and not enough explosive assets available offensively, right? I really do think right now, Texas, to me, as many recruits as they have, as many players as they claim that's 5-star this and 5-star that, there's no one on Texas's roster returning with any significant production. Let's just be honest. They're the only ones, I believe, not turning with any significant production. Even with the quarterback, Archie Manning, I think, is going to be a great quarterback at the collegiate level. I know he is. There's no doubt about it. I think he's going to have great stats. I think he's going to put up numbers, all of that good stuff. But as far as this year being the year where he's leading like a championship charge, I don't think that's happening for Texas, the University of Texas, or Archie Manning. Y'all, my ring light just went out. I gotta fix that because that lighting. Is that lighting bad right there? Yeah, because of the shadow. Can't do that. Hold on. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. Let me fix one thing and then I'll be right back with y'all. Yeah, I enjoy the tunes real quick. And let me get the OG one up here real quick. Let me go fix something real quick. I'll be right back, chat.
Leandre Gotta Tejus.
All right, y'all. We back. Appreciate y'all for being patient. Hopefully that looks a little bit better. I don't know what's going on with the other ring light. We might have to just order two more. I like them because they actually get some good light. So jumping back into the conversation, my guy Jackson, really, you're hitting the basics on the head. You know, we know they got a tough schedule. We saw Florida really handle a tough schedule. I'm not sure how to even gauge strength of schedule anymore, Jackson. Let's be honest. You know, strength of schedule in this day and age, I truly believe is probably out the window. With the portal there, you really can't have a consistent basis of evaluation because there's such a lack of continuity on rosters, right? There's a huge lack in retention from season to season. So you gotta kind of look at it. You gotta kind of look at the overall aspect of what schedules look like and say, man, you know, LSU last year can, you know, have 6 guys hit the portal and look like a totally different team, you know, and they could also have 6 guys come in and look like a totally different team. So when we have these conversations, I kind of just look at what's on roster, kind of what they did last year, right? And I look at Texas and I don't see anything that pops off the screen, you know, from last year. I love the talent that they've been able to recruit. I love, you know, Archie Manning being there. I like the running back room. I think they have a few questions on the offensive line. But when you lose 41 players from a roster, man, and you're talking about, you know, 80% of your production is gone, right? Your major production is gone. That's going to be a test. That's going to be something to prove. And when you look at the schedule, let me pull up Texas's schedule. When you look at the schedule, right, and I like having the screen up top. It just looks better up here. Uh-oh, go back. $25. I was gonna pull it up, but I'm telling you, we having technical issues. And then for the next one, Mary J, if possible, can you get the Georgia schedule up so we can look at their schedule before we move on to the next topic? All right, I'm looking at Texas's schedule. They open up against Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken, right? August 30th, they open up against Ohio State. Is that what I'm reading? Am I reading this correctly? I don't like. Why do they have Yahoo as my search engine? I'm not a Yahoo man. So Texas opened up August 30th against Ohio State. That's going to be a huge game. First opening weekend. You talking about Florida State, Texas, Ohio State. Those are 2 big games. I think those 2 games for these teams is like going to give you a good taste of what questions you got to answer before you start conference play, right? I think Florida State has probably the most questions to answer that, you know, and coming in, we got to find our quarterback. That's the belief that we were a quarterback away from being a national championship team at Alabama. Texas, are they returning production? Are they going to have to find something to help the quarterback? Going against Ohio State. Ohio State's bringing back majority of their production, man. They bringing back a lot of key pieces, and they have 2 quarterbacks that they say that they're confident in. How they perform against other teams is another thing, but I think, you know, Ohio State did a good job hitting the portal, secured some guys, and then they did a culture change last year, man. You look at how them guys bonded together in their faith. You know, Texas starting off with Ohio State, but then they get a little stretch where they get to kind of lick their wounds if they lose that one. Then they go against Florida in Gainesville. Like my guy Jackson was just saying, I'm looking at the schedule now. In Gainesville, Florida's defense, I believe, will be number 2. They have a chance to be a number 3, a top 3 defense in the SEC this year. They're returning a lot of skilled guys, a lot of guys on the back end. They got guys that have been quietly just kind of getting better. Cormani McClain is waking up for some reason, right? And they got more talent in the secondary. They got some pieces in the wide receiver room. We know they're going to utilize the run game. Billy Napier is going to utilize the run game. And then DJ Lagway, I believe, before his injury against Georgia, if he doesn't get injured in the Georgia game, that's a different game. So I think Texas has 2 early season games that could really put their backs up against the rope. And Archie Manning, I don't believe he's going to have enough around him to pull through a late season game against Georgia in Athens. I don't think he's going to have it in him to close out a rivalry game against A&M the last season of the game and really still be contending for the SEC. So I don't think Texas has a good chance. I think they finish outside the top 5 in the SEC. I think Texas is a 7-5, 8-4 team this season. 7-5, 8-4. Tough schedule. A lot of their games, big games on the road. I would even tell Texas fans to be scared, not to be scared, to stay awake when you go to Kentucky in October. That's right after your rivalry game against Oklahoma. And that one is a toss-up, because if Mateer and this offensive scheme at Oklahoma get in, if they get the rolling and this defense, Brett Venable defense, gets to clicking, I'm telling you right now, as we segue to the next segment, one of my dark horses for the SEC is Oklahoma. and I'm telling you, one of my dark horses for the SEC, and we have a lot of quality teams, right? A lot of quality teams in the SEC. I think there's teams like Oklahoma that get overshadowed when they don't start a season hot, like Alabama or Georgia or Texas or LSU, right? Even as much as I hate to admit it, even when Auburn has like a good start, it takes them to win 5 or 6 games in a row before people start to say something. Florida has been like that for the seasons past. I truly believe that Oklahoma, and I'm looking that they have to find some answers at the wide receiver room. I mean, they do. That's the key. They have to find those answers in the wide receiver room. They got the offensive line that can be developed. They have the size on that O-line. They have the quarterback to transfer from Washington State in Mateer. They brought the offensive coordinator, brought a system and a scheme that was sort of being ran at Oklahoma 2 years ago, I believe. Oklahoma's a dark horse. And then, of course, Florida. A lot of people not talking about Florida, but like I said, DJ Lagway, that offense, I believe, has an opportunity this year. They can be a lot more explosive than people think. They can be a lot more explosive than people think. Oklahoma, my dark horse. I'm gonna give you this. Their defense is probably returning the most production in the linebacker room outside of Alabama and I want to say Florida, right? So when you see these defenses kind of trend towards the top end as far as production and tackles for loss, it's going to be because those teams have veteran groups in their linebacker room. They got a solid mixture of young and veteran talent that they're able to rotate, but the guys that spearheading these defenses in the linebacker rooms are veteran guys. You look at Florida's linebacker room, you look at Alabama, you look at I'd even go as far as to say is Kentucky and Tennessee, Oklahoma, right? So I think you're looking at the position that this team is in. And Oklahoma is going to have they have a few spots to figure out, but I really believe they're set up to figure it out. Same thing right there with Florida. If Florida can do 70% of what they were doing with DJ Lagway and they be consistent in that, they will be a number 4, number 5, might sneak into the number 3 spot in the SEC. Because they have a solid schedule that's kind of fitting for them, right? I look at what Florida's doing. Let me get that schedule up. Football, let's get it. Florida starting the year off against LIU, and they, you know what? Florida deserves a schedule like this. Let's give Florida let's give the Gators some love. I know we beat them online the other day while we was playing online, but let's give them some love, man. I think Florida deserves a solid comeback year. Like, hey, let us be a college football team like everybody else this year. Because they took last year and they won 8 games with that schedule. So if people are talking about a dark horse, a team to watch out for, I think Florida should be at the forefront of that conversation. They starting the season off with LIU. South Florida is the follow-up, which is going to be a good game for them because South Florida is a skilled team. We saw South Florida push us for 2 years. I think South Florida is continuing to get better. They're recruiting good. They're starting to get 4-star guys that's really committing, 3-star guys. Like South Florida has some team, and they're hitting the portal. They're an attractive scheme defensively. Then they go to LSU. I think that's where Florida gets to kind of showcase where they stand amongst the powers, because I think LSU is going to be good. Playing that game September 13th is going to be, I believe, might end up being the game of the week, right? And might end up being a night game in LSU. Miami, I think they have the edge over Miami this year. Again, them hosting Texas is going to be another turning point game. They pull off Texas, I think they can really run the table minus a run-in with Tennessee late in the season. I think if Tennessee ends up being good, it'll be like the last 4 games of their year of the season, to where they'll start kind of surprising people because they're more consistent, and they'll start showcasing what they are trying to progress to for the next season. They'll be one of those teams that figured it out late. Not enough to get in the playoffs or the SEC championship game, but Tennessee, I think they're going to be able to figure it out and probably give Texas a run for their money that last week. If I had to go over under on Texas win-loss right now, I'm going to say 7.5, meaning I see them no less than matching what they did last year with this schedule and being a dark horse team. And then that also means they can go and win 1 or 2 of those games where they lost by 1 possession and be in the SEC championship, right? Now, we talked about, Georgia and Texas and how we feel about their returns. We talked about some dark horses in Oklahoma and Florida. Who do I truly has a real chance? Well, before I do the real chance, I want to take a second to ask you all to make sure you're dropping likes on the stream. Make sure you're sharing the stream. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We are currently at 3,080 subscribers. We are 20 away from 3,100 as we do this live, this VOD right here. So if you could continue to help us out and continue to help us grow as we continue to push towards our goal of 5K subscribers, thank you for doing that. Also, think about becoming a member of the AAA family. If you have not become a member of the AAA family, you want to before the month of June. In the month of June, we will be it will complete our first year partnership. And after that, the memberships go from $299 to a base of $499. So we're trying to get as many people on at $299 as possible. So if you're not a member, you don't want to miss out on the behind the scenes content. You don't want to miss out on, the need to know when it comes to recruiting insight for University of Alabama, or just recruiting in general. Definitely want to tap in on the Coach Smook Network. Plus, we got some fun things and perks when you are a member and you show up to the Outside with Coach Smook events. Shout out to my brother, Hall of Fame Jason, for tapping in. He said, hope all is well on this fine Monday. Yes, it's well, man, as we celebrate another year of life. May 19th, Coach Smook Day. Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for me, man. I'm glad, man. I'm glad to be alive. I'm grateful. So, and shout out to all of our sponsors too, man. Yon Urban Streetwear. We appreciate them. They're going to be dripping us out this year, this coming football season. And we're looking to collab with a lot of more clothing lines. So if you're looking to get your product out there, I'm looking to wear some product, and we are contributing to your brand. We're not asking for you to hand us nothing. We want to help promote. We want to partner. We want to grow with you. So when you grow, we grow. That's how we rehab and resurface and rejuvenate the entrepreneurial community. So appreciate y'all for being here. Shout out to everybody, man. 32 viewers on the live, 16 likes. Run them likes up. Yeah, run them likes up, man. Y'all see my boy Zach, my guy Rob. What's good, Rob? Good to see you. Yes, man. Let's go. So we're here. We talked about the dark horses. We talked about Georgia and Texas. I just don't think they're going to have enough this year. Both have some solid schedules. Both have to replace a lot of pieces. And I don't think they're going to change a lot of their philosophy to really try to stay in contention. Or I don't think there can be enough changes made for them to stay in contention to be those top 2 teams. Again, appreciate you, Rob. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And J. Cole, thank you for tapping in, man. God bless you, brother. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for dropping the likes on the stream. We got a total of 74 total live viewers right now. So if you're watching this post live, thank you for watching it post live, but you're missing the vibes on the live. Try to get in on the live. Set your notifications up. When you see those notifications, I try to have them pushed out. So when we put the live link out, you all know, give you time to kind of just get where you need to just put your headphones in or set up, put it on the TV, and we can get active. Now, who has no chance at winning the SEC? I think teams that are talking and kind of don't have a chance, and I don't think they realize it is Tennessee. You have Tennessee fans who truly believe losing Nico is not going to hurt them as much. I think it is. I think they have quality guys behind Nico. Let's not play. Regardless of his whatever persona you want to label the young man, I don't care about that. I talk about what he does on the field. And he's a generational talent when it comes to ball placement, right? Dissecting defenses when he has time in the pocket. He can create plays downfield. And last year being his first year as a full-time starter, I think he handled the pressures of that position very well. Won some big games, lost a few big games. But I don't think either loss or any of those losses were ever just based on his performance. That's what I truly believe. So losing him is going to be a hump to get over. And then losing him at the time they lost him, in spring training, towards, before the spring game, right when you want to get that last evaluation of guys and how they're carrying things over. But luckily, they have some experienced guys that's been in the system under Heupel. They get to carry that over to the fall, and they're going to see, can they get this group together right before the season. I think they were really dependent on Nico being a solid guy for them and kind of leading that offense. I truly believe with him, you set yourself up to be a little bit more explosive and a little bit more successful in that scheme. And then got guys behind him though. This is college football. Just because they weren't a 5-star, right? They weren't a 5-star. That don't mean they can't start in the SEC and win games. But I think Tennessee has way more questions to answer surrounding the quarterback position in the wide receiver room with all the talent that they have. A lot of questions still unproven. A lot of young guys, they went in this recruiting class, got some quality guys in this 25 class, stacking in the 26 class. Defensively, they're getting some guys. Tennessee, I just don't think it's your year though for you to be talking because you got a win over us last year. I don't see the development there yet. I just don't see the turnover there yet to where you're bringing the portal guys in and the young guys and it's clicking for you all. So Tennessee, Auburn fans, I truly believe you are a quarterback away from being a contender. And I truly believe you being a quarterback away from that is the difference between a 9-3, 10-2 season for you, or a 4-8, 5-7 season for you. Because we've seen Hugh Freeze go with his guy, regardless, rain, sleet, or snow. And they have a lot of wide receivers. Who's going to get the ball to him? I don't trust Jackson Arnold. Maybe it was just the Oklahoma situation, but I don't trust him. And then Deuce Knight is a young guy. Looking at their schedule, that is favorable. It's favorable. So Auburn, I'm gonna tell you to pipe down though. I watched your spring game. Your secondary is horrid. You don't want to get in shootouts. I promise you don't. I don't think y'all built like that. But Auburn truly has a lot of questions, and I truly believe once this year's up and Deuce is the guy, the receivers and the running backs and the specialty guys around him, Auburn might be good. Give me a minute, guys. Okay, I need some water. Mary J, you got water back there? Mary J, you got water back there? Peyton Thorne. You know what? The fact that you had an Auburn columnist or whatever you want to call him, beat writer, say that Jackson Arnold was a better Peyton Thorne. What are you getting with that? So I think Auburn needs pipe down. And they're the two main ones. And Texas. I think Texas really don't believe that stink. So it's gonna hit him in the face. I don't think Sark is gonna be able to handle this season. Jason, you remember when I had that 6-6-ish feeling about Oklahoma last season? You remember that? And I know Oklahoma beat Bama, but I saw some problems in that spring game with Oklahoma last year. And when I knew that they weren't going to go with a Hawkins kid, I knew it would be a struggle. Auburn's about to experience the same thing, and it might not be at the same dynamic, right? It may not be in the same phase. Well, Jackson Arnold is not the guy that can lead a playoff push team. So that means Auburn's defense has to be crazy good, and their secondary was horrible because they had Jackson looking like he was okay, and he's not. He's not. Maybe he was getting thrown into the fire too early, but he doesn't look good. So those are the teams I wish would pipe down. Now, closing this segment, we got about 8 minutes left on the show. Who has a chance to win it? And I'm not going to be a homer here when I break this down, y'all. Who has a realistic chance to win it? I think right now, leading the pack, you have LSU, the most experienced roster right now. They may not have a lot of explosive names on the roster when it comes to their offensive pieces available, but you look at the production from last year, they're probably the most returning production in the SEC, right? Offensively, that's what they look good. We know the quarterback, I don't know why I want to keep calling that guy Mettenberger, but Nussmeier is is one of your top quarterbacks going into the draft. I don't think he does anything spectacular, but deliver the ball at a consistent rate, and his deep ball, intermediate, all his balls at each level are pretty solid. Doesn't wow you with anything, just is a good quarterback, a guy that you can depend on. I don't see much of a stumble turnover type thing going on for LSU this season, because of how much experience they have. And then Brian Kelly is starting to kind of showcase how much quality of a coach he's becoming in amongst the ranks of the SEC. I think LSU has a realistic chance to make it. Another team that outside of Alabama that I believe will end up making a solid push in the SEC this year is Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss with Austin Simmons and that offense, they're going to be a lot more efficient than Jackson Dart was. Austin Simmons is a different type of guy, right? And they have wide receivers in the wide receiver room. They have speed. We know what Lane Kiffin does with speed and a quarterback that he can trust. Alexa Q Tua. You know what I'm saying, Chad? So it's not crazy for me to say Ole Miss might have it, especially looking at their schedule. They don't have a crazy tough schedule. Their toughest games are Oklahoma, at Georgia. They host LSU at home. I think they get the edge over Georgia. I don't think Georgia holds down home field a lot good this year. They got a lot of heavy hitting opponents coming in this year. Gonna be hard for them to hold it down. Ole Miss at Oklahoma. I think Ole Miss pulls that one off. I think the tough ones is Georgia, LSU. Florida's gonna give them a run. So I think Ole Miss is right there, man. They got the talent. They're gonna be good. Adrian Eccles said, "What? Yeah, I've been waiting for a Georgia fan to pop up." Another team that I think has a realistic chance before I talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide, right? I know we said Texas need to shut up, but I'm going to say this too. If Texas somehow is able to, and their fans believe that they're able to lose as much production as they did and get the talent that they have on roster and just turn it over and it click. If they are, Texas is a SEC championship contending team. They have a lot of talent on their roster, a lot of talent, a lot of names you probably haven't heard of because of last year's loaded roster, but they have a lot of talent. They're replacing a lot of guys. There's just opportunities. Can these guys take advantage of opportunities? I think Texas might be just as solid of a team as they were last year, if not better. And in Alabama, realistically, man, you look at the games last year, Oklahoma game being the only loss that I can look back and say that team just played horrible. Got out schemed by Vanderbilt, right? That was the team that was catching a lot of teams off guard. We got our scheme by them. We saw the difference in contrast in coaching, right? Saw adjustments be made the following week. Learned that adjustments need to be made. So Alabama returning majority of that production on the defensive side, huge for defense as far as being the number 5 ranked overall defense in the SEC last season. But also the offense being the number 3 ranked offense in the SEC last year. You know, with all the issues that we had last year as far as scoring efficiency, Alabama was number 3 in the SEC. So we bring in Ryan Grubb in the offseason. You go and get a few assets out the portal to kind of pad some depth in some spots. You get some day one guys to transfer in and be rotational guys, and Kelby Collins, right? And Cam Calhoun. Guys that could have just stayed at Florida and Utah and just been pure full-time starters, not splitting no rest, but it comes to Alabama to develop exposure, right? And then you just continue to stack offensive weapons with your freshman class that you bring in. You get Jeremy Bernard to come back. You get Jan Miller and Richard Young. You get Isaiah Horton from Miami. Figure out the quarterback position. I think Alabama is a 10-11 win team. Regular season. Straight up. So, in the chat, as we get ready to close out, and I like what Kalen DeBoer and staff are doing with recruiting, man. I was going to talk recruiting today, but I'm going to save it for a recruiting segment because I love what we're doing on the recruiting trail right now as Alabama Nation continues to see, you know, we kind of evolve into the newer age of recruiting. You see a lot of the fan base starting to calm down as far as how they press on these kids and what, you know, in their recruitment. Just tell me what you don't see positive in Gunner. I didn't say anything bad about Gunner Stockton. I think he's a good quarterback. It's about him finding those weapons around him. What's around him? What's in the wide receiver room that's going to be able to show up and consistently? Georgia has yet to put that out since Brock Bowers has left, right? Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers are gone. Nobody's really stepped up. Nobody was even in line to step up, right? Then, not just Gunner. Look at your defense. You lost a key linebacker in that inside linebacker room. I feel like he was going to be your guy. I forget his name. He played as a true freshman last year. He was going to be a catalyst for your defense. You're going to have a solid front. Who's going to call the play? Who's going to be the guy in the middle? And then your secondary is sus. You got T-Rob over there coaching your secondary. All right, secondary's worst production at Alabama was under his tutelage. And it's starting to show up early while he over there with Kirby. So, and you got a tough schedule this year too, as you deserve it. So, that's my little clap back for the Georgia family. What we got in the bag? What? Okay. Thank you, Mary J. That's perfect because we're gonna I'm gonna use it for the edit. So if y'all haven't noticed, like I'll do the lives like this and we try to keep them between an hour and 5 minutes so that when we get done, we can get these edits out. And you know, that's why I like to get y'all comments on the screen, get you on the phone line so we can get your voices heard, encourage other people to come and support the content. So with that being said, don't forget to like the stream. If you haven't already liked the stream, like the stream. That lets us know that you like the content, that you want us to keep pushing it out there, right? But that also just continues to push us out in the algorithm to let people know that Coach Smook Network is out here providing some quality content and people are liking it. Go check out our new merch. We will be putting it. I don't know what's been going on with the Printify site. I had to go through help desk to get some things switched up with my dashboard. So no rush to do the merch, right? We ain't in no competition. If people want to support by buying merch, they'll support and put and buy it when it's put out. So continue to check it out. We'll put out the link once it's launched. I'll do like a promo video like I've been trying to do for a couple weeks now. But other than that, man, thank you to all of our supporters. Again, thank everyone for the birthday wishes. And don't be shy about sending your boy some money. I don't ask for nothing. The only thing I'm gonna ask for today, I'm gonna ask for y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's all I want for you. If you don't do nothing else, if you're watching this post live and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channels, that's Smook Hines on YouTube and on other platforms. That's Coach Smook Gaming on all platforms, and that's Coach Smook. If you are not subscribed to those channels on YouTube, right, please go do so right now. Subscribe. We are trying to grow a brand here. We are doing some things that's creating opportunities for people that may not do primary content creation, but we're giving them opportunities to help us create our content. We're building a network. We're putting a foot stamp, stamping our place in the industry, and trying to, just solidify who we are as a brand. And I think we're on the right track because of you all support. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all again for the birthday wishes. Shout out to my guy Adrian. Roll Tide in the chat to everybody, man. Shout out to all our other fans that's here, the Georgia fans, the Oklahoma family, the Texas family, the LSU family, Opelika University family. I appreciate y'all for pulling up too. When y'all do pull up, right? And again, I'm your boy Coach Smook, man. And don't forget, man, check in a little bit later. I'm gonna be trying to go live and go gaming here in a few minutes. Just to have some fun, man. It's my birthday. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna use this opportunity to create some content, and then we'll go live again later, talk some more college football. Open the phone lines up, maybe, depending on what the numbers look like. Y'all help support. Y'all help support. Share the lives. Adrian, I would love for any Bulldogs. Share them, man. Tell them. I ain't telling you to vouch for me, but let them know we talk good football. We talk good debates when it comes to the Georgia Bulldogs over here. We don't be over here crying and talking craziness like some channels. We be really having some good debates, some good football talk. So I appreciate y'all. And once again, when you see me in the streets, holla at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holla at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community. And also, there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.